I've been in situations where my playing is out of sync with the master loop cycle. This can happen if I miss the one and start playing on the wrong beat. It can also happen if a song has an extra few beats before or after a section. I've put a button on my template with the Seek Timeline action to solve this issue. The Hardest Part by Olivia Dean is a simple 4-bar cycle that repeats for all the sections. The only change is an extra bar of D minor just before the chorus. This makes me out of sync with my loops by 1 bar. To get around this, I stop the loops for the D minor chord. Then I press the clock button to start the cycle from the top. This keeps me in sync with the 4-bar loop. If I miss the one and start playing a progression on another beat, I will be out of sync with the master cycle when I record. This will be an issue later in the song when I'm stopping and starting the loops for different sections. I can use the clock button to get back in sync with the master cycle before I start recording my loops. The chorus of this song has a 3/4 bar in between a few 4/4 bars. I would usually play it without looping or even a drum beat. This button makes it possible to play this song along with a drum beat. It isn't easy and will take some practice, but it does work. To get through this chorus, I press the clock button at the end of each 3/4 bar to keep it in sync. This last example is not my usual template, but I've included it for those who loop with more than one color group. Create a dial and name it clock. Add a select action and choose Seek Timeline. Make sure it's set to absolute, bars and 0 beats. Tap on the circle next to the action and drag the slider to 1 beat. Press this button if the timing is set in seconds. Make sure quantization is selected. This item will simply return the clock to the top of the cycle. I've named it Cycle Top. The next item will do the same as the first, but it will also trigger a set of clips to play. Add a select action and choose Play Clip. I record my clips to the blue color group, so I'm going to target all the blue clips. Change the action to play. Copy the Seek Timeline action from the first item and paste it to the second item. Change the settings to Width Last and Quantization. Double check that the timing is still set to 1 beat. Name this Play Blue or whatever makes sense with your setup. This is the item I trigger for the first example demo. Copy and paste the two actions from item 2 and paste them to item 3. For this example, I've recorded the clips to two different color groups, blue and magenta. Blue is covered in item 2, so I'm targeting magenta for item 3. Double check the Seek Timeline actions are the same as before. Rename this Play Magenta or whatever makes sense to your setup. Note, this third item is just for this video. I usually only loop with one color group. Delete the unused items. Add a press action and choose Trigger Widget. Target the dial you've just created and change the action to Scroll. Turn on Wraparound and select Activation Trigger. To finish, we need to assign a foot switch to activate the dial. Select the menu button on the top right and choose MIDI Learn. Tap the dial and change the action to Activate Current Value. Press your foot switch. Its MIDI message should appear here. Timing the foot switch press is made easy by the 1 beat quantization setting. You can press the button up to 1 beat before when you want the top of the cycle. It will then quantize the Seek Timeline action to the next beat. I usually aim to press it about half a beat before I want the change.